Also in the US, President Joe Biden says he will block the sale of US steel to Japanese firm Nippon Steel in a deal worth $14 billion, citing national security grounds. Joining me live is Professor of Global Futures, Joe Siracusa. Joe, thanks for joining us. The President says a strong domestically owned and operated steel industry represents an essential national security priority and is critical for resilient supply chains. So why is this decision controversial?
Well, it's controversial, Kenny, and good morning, by the way. It's controversial because the rank and file of the union approved it. It was $14 billion that was going to go into infrastructure, new plants or updated plants and the like of it. And President Biden was playing with the leadership of the unions in Washington, who didn't want to go down this way. So he invoked national security. And of course, invoking national security against a Japanese company is ridiculous. President Trump didn't do much better during the campaign. He argued that he'd take care of U.S. steel and the steel industry with taxes and with tariffs. And that's ridiculous, too. I mean, this was a classic opportunity, Kenny, for the American electorate to be told what globalization means. It means about that inflow of capital. It means the synergy created. It means jobs for everybody. But now that we're going to have fewer jobs and the U.S. steel workers are going to continue to go down. When I was a kid, U.S. Steel was very, very big. Today, I think it's ranked about 600th in terms of company size and assets. So it's gone down the tube a little bit. But look, it was a wonderful opportunity. And I think Joe Biden decided to play politics and do the bidding of his union leadership friends.
During Trump's first term as president, we saw a resurgence of Islamic State activity and a rise in ISIS-inspired attacks, both abroad and on US soil. Last week's ISIS-inspired terror attack in New Orleans, is that a sign that Donald Trump may have to deal with another resurgence in his second term of office?
I believe he does. Look, ISIS or Islamist extremism is not going to go away. The loss of Afghanistan has provided oxygen and space for both ISIS and Al Qaeda. The fall of Assad in Syria has given oxygen or provided spillover for ISIS in that neck of the woods. And keep in mind, we're combining the American disease, which is mass killing, which began when I was a kid in 1966 when the former Marine Corps officer climbed the Texas Tower and opened fire, Charles Whitman, to the guy who ran everybody down in New Orleans. These are soldiers, trained soldiers. In fact, he was also I think worked for Deloitte's, my God. And the other guy who blew up his car in Vegas, also a soldier. So we're looking at mass killings, the tolerance for it in America. We're looking at the impact of lone wolves. And you know, Kenny, in all of this, the lesson is that the war on terror is going to go on for the rest of our lifetime. It requires eternal vigilance, and that in many ways it's hard to fight because these people tend to be lone wolves after they are self-radicalized. And the one thing we do know about terrorism, I've been tracking them all my life, is that they leave signs behind them. Somebody saw something, somebody noticed something, and nobody did anything about it. So, you know, at the end of the day, we have to keep our eyes open and say something when we see it.
Joe Siracusa, appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.